Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my first lesson of Microsoft 2019 Access Database Management. This is a brief introduction of database management system, and database allow users to store, organize, and search data, as well as outputting it in either a printed or electronic format. Today, I would like us to see a practical sample of this in this first lesson. First, we'll start with the data types. Now, when data is stored in database, it must be stored as a specific type of data, and this makes sure that appropriate operators can be carried out on the data at a later date. The first data type is alphanumeric. This stores letters, numbers, and special characters such as punctuation, and this could include a telephone number. There's date. There is a Boolean expression which store one of two values such as true or false and yes or no. Currency, numeric or number. The Boolean system is based on things that can be either true or false, but not both. It links statements with operators, which are words such as and, or, and not. Monetary relating to money. Now, before we do that, we're going to see a practical example. Match each example of data in table to the correct data type, and I will start with the date. This goes to this one, and this is the currency. The true is logical or Boolean, and the 40, this is numeric, and this is alphanumeric or text. Now we'll go to database structure. A database consists of one or more tables. A database with only one table is called a flat file database. A database with more than one table is known as a relational database. And we will start with the tables. A table consists of records that contain data about entities such as people, and the records are rows and fields are columns. So we'll try to create our first table, and we'll create a database by the name theme pack. So inside theme pack, we will be having 3 tables, and this is how it is. We have rights, tickets, and visitors inside here. So each visitor can have a ticket for a ride, and that's how these tables are here. So to create a table, you just click on create, then you will click on table, then you create the table, click on design view, then name the table. Name this as new table. Well, when you look, for example, at the tickets table, and go to design view, we have field name and data type. The ticket ID, it has this, or I think something like a key. This is a primary key. And when we look at the rights table, it also has what we are calling foreign keys, then visitors as well. So this is a primary key, and we want to look at this before we create a relationship. And first, when we look at default values for the So for example, if I look at this, then I go to design view. This is a primary key, and if we look at write date, the default value is the date is set to equal to now, open and close bracket, to make sure that the date and time is always the current one. And we'll look at the visitors table. Look at Genta, for example. We'll go to design view. We go to design view. For example, Genta. We look at the validation rule. This means that you can type the validation rule. This means that it can be either M or F. And validation text gives you the supposed error. Now let's look at the table. For example, for Holly is male. If I can change it to male, it will not accept this. It returns the error message. So validation rule and validation text go hand in hand. Unless otherwise I do that. Also, we can filter this in terms of from A to Z or from Z to A, whichever method that you like to use. You can also use the advanced pattern up here and apply filter sort, advanced filter sort, and you will be able also to use the same method here. But something that is very important now that we have the tables, you can create the table by first you go to design view, and for me I want to use the new table. So here you can create the primary key and do a number of things. The description is optional, and you'll be able to work out like that. We'll be working out. If you're having any question, please post it here. So once you have the table, you enter here. For example, this can be reg number, and maybe want it to be automated to number. Then if you go to datasheet view, it is there. So that's how we can get. Then we can enter the values. In design view, we can set some rules how we want this field. Maybe the registration number we want. For example, let's say the first name will be text. First name is text. I can set this is 255 field size. I can change it. Maybe first name should only contain 15 characters. That means beyond 15 it will not accept. And if I look here in the sheet, maybe I start typing the first name as John 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. That will be accepted. But if I add another character here, like Y, it will not be accepted. So what do I this name? So in the design view, you can be able to decide how you want the user interface to look like. Now in this database, I want now to create relationships. So in the next lesson, I'll teach you how to create relationships. But just before that, to create relationships, you want to click on database tools, then click on relationships. So once you are here, you're going to create relationships. So in the next lesson, we will create relationships, and that is what we'll be doing. So we will be selecting